Hello, Joe Morgan Studios. We're talking freestyle ukulele today, not freestyle guitar. All right, so ukulele, the way I play it in E flat, low G string, standard tuning G C E A, low G string, and then tune that all down G C E A, the G being low, right? And we tune it all down to E flat, right? Or two steps. G to F, F to E flat, two whole steps, tune it down two whole steps. Okay, now we're kind of baseline, talking major, minor chord shapes. You know you have the CAGED shapes from your guitar. If you experience any with guitar, you know about the CAGED shapes. So if you don't, 5 shapes that kind of give you all the different ways, or most of the ways, you can voice a chord. So for D, top 4 strings, you have this triangle shape. This is like the top 4 strings of a guitar. Top 4 strings, the right hand side of the fretboard diagram, top strings. So anyway, you just have 4 on a ukulele. So it's almost like you're just playing the top 4 strings if you tune it the way I said it at the beginning. So we have our D chord here. And to remember that, just the upside down triangle. The main way to remember things is by intervals, right? Know your intervals. Know a major chord is 1 3 5. Okay? So this is 1 5 1 3. If you go from left to right on this diagram, it's 1 5 1 3. And then keep that triangle shape, and then move the low string down, move it down 3 frets, and you get the C shape. They share that little triangle. So if anything else, just remember the triangle and kind of where it goes. That's your major chord. And the triangle is just a 5 1 3. Just the triangle, upside down triangle. Then I'll give you 2 shapes. And then your next one, I call it the straight line shape. You go down from the C shape and you go 5 1 3 5. It's almost like you're moving the triangle to the left on the fretboard diagram, and it just the way it's tuned, the triangle flattens out. It's just a straight line. And so that'll help you remember that shape. And then you go the G shape, do the similar thing what you did with the D and C. Just keep your straight line and then just move that top note down, and that'll give you the G shape. And then finally, your diagonal / kind of shape is your E shape. 1 3 5 1. That would be the intervals. 1 3 5 1. So if you know these and you know your formulas, major is 1 3 5. Augmented is 1 3 sharp 5. So you find the 5 in these basic shapes and you just raise it a half step. That'll give you all your augmented chords. And do a similar thing for your sus4 chords. It's a 1 3 5. sus4 is 1 4 5. So you find the 3, move it a half step, move it up 1 fret, which is a half step. You get all your sus4 chords. Okay. Overall theme here, the Midas touch, right? In the freestyle guitar method, we have Midas, like King Midas, and that's the way how we remember the flavors, the basic flavors of these triads: major, minor, diminished, augmented, suspended, MIDAS. And this is a way for ukulele chords to get your those basic triad shapes. Okay, let's keep going. Minor. What you could do is you can springboard from your major shapes, or you could just kind of go from scratch and think about the intervals. But you think about your triangle for the D shape, where the 3 is a 5 1 3 for the upside down triangle, and so we want flat 3 for the minor. So it's the shape you see here. We're just moving that D shape and just kind of morphing the D shape. as I say, as I say here. In the C, you have a right side up triangle with the high E note. The high string, well, it's not a high E in ukulele, but the top string, far right string. That's the C minor shape. Okay. Same thing. If you know your intervals, you can just think about the C shape and then move the note a half step up. Okay. So so now that's a flat 3, 5, 1, 5 for the C minor shape, the intervals. A minor, you have, think about your A shape, just morph the A shape, and you have the forward slash again, diagonal, but it's moved over on the topmost 3 strings on your ukulele. That's your A minor shape. Then your G minor shape, take the G shape, if you know the formula, find the third, flat the third, and there you have it, your G minor shape. And then lastly, your E minor shape, straight line, but it's kind of like it's a different orientation there. You have to move it over, but it's still just bits and pieces. These are all things that kind of help you remember. End goal is to be able to play these chords and play songs and different things without books and notes and everything, just to be free, right? Freestyle. But I promise you, this is just learn these basic ones, and they'll take you very far. Just like learning red, yellow, blue, and painting. You just need 3 colors and black, right? To paint, and maybe white, and you just mix colors. But you could have a set of 100 Crayola crayons, and you can paint also. So, but the thing is, keep it simple, keep it freestyle, and it's more fun just being able to kind of pick things up and play with it. Okay, so so that's it for, so the minor shapes, just like we morph the D shape and the A shape, you kind of do that with these minor chords. So once you learn the minor chords, you don't have to really reference anything or really think about it. You just know the shape. You just, for diminished, it's 1 flat 3 flat 5. So you get your minor chord, you drop the 5 a half step, 1 fret to the flat 5. You get all your diminished. Similar thing for sus2. Sus2 is 1 2 5. Minor is 1 flat 3 5. And you just get your minor chord, find the flat 3, drop it a fret or a half step, and you get the sus2. So there it is. So if you just know those CAGED shapes, just the major, CAGED, just those basic 5 shapes, those simple shapes, those geometric shapes to help you, the straight line, the forward diagonal, the right side up triangle, the upside down triangle. If you can kind of remember those, all those things kind of work together to help you remember these chords, because in the end you want to remember the chords from scratch. You don't want to be relying on the book all the time. Okay, and so this should be a good set for the Midas chords, the minor, major, minor, diminished, augmented, suspended. Okay, the biggest memory aid of all is intervals. Know your intervals. Your fourth, your third, know those interval numbers. Don't just know the chord. In the beginning, you'll have your book and you'll memorize your chords, right? Try to memorize these, okay? And then eventually you kind of know all the numbers. And then from these just basic 5, you branch off to the next. Okay. All right, I've talked too much. I'll have more details in a better kind of format. I'll clean it up, but I just wanted to just record this just for just kind of like a draft, and I'll clean it up later. Okay, hope you learned something and keep playing.